What's going on with the players? So today we're going to be going ahead and give my so far my thoughts on the Modern Warfare 2 beta, how I'm feeling about it. Is it something that you should download and check out yourself? We're going to check all that out today. It was finally released for everybody, whether you on console or PC, you able to go get this beta. So go ahead and check it out. Ain't many other games out there to play. So check this out. I promise you, you would not regret it. This is my third day playing the game. I got it as soon as it was available on PC. So I've been putting a massive amount of time into this game. I'm at currently making this video, I'm at level 27 out of 30. When you hit level 30, you get the scar. I forgot what the hell it's called in the game, but it's the scar basically. And I'm excited to check that bad boy out. I've been watching some people gameplay on it, and that motherfucker look beefy. But we're going to continue into my thoughts on the beta so far. What am I thinking? So right off the bat, we're going to get on to some things that they need to work on, because ain't nothing ever perfect. I know in my last video, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. I told a lot of people that's crying about this beta, crying about the red dots not being on the minimap, crying about dead silence. I told them to stop fucking crying. But with that being said, there are things that they need to work on based on performance of the game. I don't know about everybody that's watching this video, but for me specifically, whenever I launch or I start a match, it's little stutters that I experience, little micro stutters that last for maybe 10 seconds into the match. It's almost like the game is trying to get caught up to the actual server. It's weird. But like after 5 to 10 seconds, it just disappears for the rest of the game. And it's been happening basically every single game that I have played so far. Of course, as you guys know, for the people that have played the game, once you are in any of the menus, whether you're watching the kill cam or you're messing with your loadout or whatever the case may be, the end game screen where you see your progression, it's this flickering that bugs the fuck out of me. That shit irks my soul. So they need to fix that shit. I doubt that they're gonna allow that to enter into the full game. But if they didn't notice, I'm putting it on record. So they need to go ahead and fix that shit. Looking at that shit made me feel like I have freaking epilepsy or some shit like that. I don't know what the hell going on. But as far as the gunplay, the core gameplay of the game, I am very, very, very much so enjoying this game. Modern Warfare 2, I feel like covers a large spectrum of players. I'm not your super adrenaline based. If you're sitting here watching this gameplay, you can tell I'm not your super adrenaline based, run around, knock everybody on their ass type of player. I'm more of a thoughtful player. I think about every move that I'm making. I think about the positions that I'm holding down. I take a second to figure out what's going on around me before I just run into a building like a chicken with his head cut off. I think about what I'm doing before I move. But with that being said, I don't just sit in a corner the whole game and wait for somebody to cross my iron sights staring at one door. I don't play like that either. So I'm like a little bit in the middle of a rusher and a little bit in the middle of a reserved type of player. Because one thing that I hate doing is when I get to rushing around doing my thing and I get on a little kill streak, as soon as I run through an alleyway, you got someone on top of the building just watching the alleyway, I hate getting killed by that motherfucker. So I like to think about what's going on around me. And especially right here, you're watching Ground War. You're watching Ground War gameplay. This is basically the first couple hours that Ground War was launched into the beta. It's running very smooth. I really, 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 really enjoy Ground War. Honestly, at this point, it's one of my favorite game modes in the game. But in Ground War, I like to kind of stick around the bulk of my teammates. If I see all my teammates pushing one flag, I'm going to, relatively speaking, hover around them. Just so I know I have more eyes. Because there's more players on the enemy team, I need more eyes around me. But so far, this gameplay with Modern Warfare 2 is a must play. If you are on the fence about it, maybe you've been seeing, other commentators and people that make videos and content on Call of Duty play the game, and you've been seeing them crying about it. Try it out yourself and come up with your own opinion. And when you try it out, try to be biased. Try to be unbiased. Because you can get sucked up into this hate train that a lot of these content creators really only push because the shit gets views. A lot of motherfuckers don't understand that shit. Some of these content creators blow the shit up out of proportion just to get clicks on a video. They see something that they don't like and they continue to drill it constantly just to have something to talk about. People don't understand that a lot of this shit that they talk about, you still can have a fun, enjoyable experience on this game regardless of their issues. The game does have issues, I agree with that. But constantly bitching about it. It's one thing from giving constructive criticism, like guys like Exclusive Ace, Espresso, different content creators like that. They give constructive criticism. Then you got guys like Blame Truth. Now, don't get me wrong. Some points that Blame Truth makes, I totally agree with. But this motherfucker bitches in every goddamn video. And I don't understand why the fuck he's still making Call of Duty content. If that shit pisses you off that fucking much, go find something else to do with your life. Because you torturing the fuck out yourself. But I just had to get that off my chest. I'm tired of seeing some of these content creators just blowing shit out of proportion all the goddamn time. It's a fucking video game. Jesus. But if you are a Call of Duty fan and you are on the fence about getting this game, download the beta, check it out for yourself, come up with your own thoughtful opinion, and go from there and make the call from there. If you ask me, hell the fuck yeah, get this game. What the fuck you waiting on? Not only is this game gonna be fucking lit, you got so much more content that's coming in the Call of Duty space. You got DMZ, you got Warzone 2.0, and I promise you when Warzone 2.0 hits the scene and they drop a beta for that, if they do a beta for that, I promise you this shit is about to go so crazy because you're going to have so many motherfuckers crying about some of the changes that's going to be in Warzone 2.0. People fail to realize when new games come out in a series, things change. I guarantee you if the game was exactly the fucking same, motherfuckers would be crying about that shit in every video. Oh, the game is the same. The game is the same. We're paying for the same fucking game. Well, when they try to change shit, motherfucker, you crying bitch. So with that being said, man, let me tell you, the only gun that I would say in this game that needs to be buffed to a degree is the M16. That shit is so goddamn weak. And it's funny to me because that's the last gun that you unlock in the M4 weapon tree. It's fucking stupid. That shit is weak as hell. Weak as fuck. But outside of that, most of the guns in this game put in work. Of course, you got your dogs out there. You got your AK-74. You got your MP5. You got that SCAR. You got that Vector. And one thing I will ask for too from the Call of Duty developers is to tone down the muzzle gas coming out of the end of the barrel when you shoot and all those particles coming out the barrel. Tone that down just a little bit more. Because in this gameplay, you'll see there's times where I'm shooting at an enemy and sometimes I just have too much fucking smoke coming out the goddamn end of the barrel. Can't even see the motherfucker. And if they got a silencer on their gun, then 9 times out of 10, they gonna take me out first. So please tone down that barrel gas and all the particles coming out of the barrel. That shit is unnecessary as fuck. But outside of that, This game is great. Whether they put red dots on the minimap or not, I honestly don't give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck in 2019. I don't give a fuck now. If they put dead silence as a perk, I would love that shit. Don't get me wrong, but honestly, it is what it is. I understand both sides of that argument. I truly do. But for the most part, just work on the performance issues with PC. Now, a lot of the times the game is running smooth for me. I'm not having no real issues. But I could tell, even though it's a beta, it runs my PC harder than any other Call of Duty if you exclude the older Call of Duties, because those fucking Call of Duties run terrible on PC. I'm talking about Cold War, Vanguard, and Modern Warfare 2019. I get way better frame rates in those games than I do in this game. It cuts my performance of the PC, and this is only a beta/demo. So please work on the optimization for the PC. I don't know how the console performance is. If you're having issue with your console, go ahead and let me know down below. When you're running, is the game crashing on console, PS5, Xbox Series S, even the last gen consoles? Let me know down below. I'm curious to see the issues you guys are having. But it's your boy RJ. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe for your boy. Pimp slap the fuck out that like button. Let's get it. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one.